Welcome to Evoke Tech Talks, a podcast series for technology and business. Our podcast will feature renowned technologists with real-life industry experiences. We bring you a wide variety of topics in manufacturing, oil and gas, healthcare, BFSI, retail, pharma, and education domains. For digital insights, trends, and best practices in real business scenarios, let's dive deep into the episode. Here we go.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nelson Taggart. I've been selling into the enterprise space for the past 10 years. I've worked for different companies like ADP Services, CenturyLink, and Microsoft. I've also put in a lifetime of technical support for my parents, like a lot of folks. I love playing music, playing soccer, and my beautiful wife and kids. Jonathan Mullen from Duncan Family Farms is with us today. John is a financial planning and analysis manager. He has decades of extensive experience in finance and accounting with reputed establishments. Hello, Jonathan. Thank you for taking the time to come to the show.
Hi, Nelson. Thank you very much.
I can't wait to get all that you like about technology, challenges you want to solve, and insights you are about to share with us. So let's kick off our conversation with a little bit about your favorite organic food that you cherish the most.
Yeah, that's a good question because we have and grow quite a variety of them, but I have to say I'm a biggest fan of our baby spinach. So my wife does a great, simple balsamic and vinegar dressing that she puts on it, and yeah, it goes quite well.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. John, I'm curious to know how your day looks like as you manage finance and accounting while playing a major role in technology initiatives for Duncan Family Farms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great question because it's real interesting being on both sides, being on the finance and accounting side, and then also working to expand our data and technology initiatives. So my day mostly involves doing a regular finance and accounting work. On the technology side, it involves working with our Evoke partners, in particular, Data Putrivu and Rakesh Kumar, and it has been very great working with Evoke to build out our Azure technology stack. So then the last leg of my day looks like trying to expand our use of our technology so that we have the right reporting, the right information, and the right tools to our team members, both within the finance team as well as across the organization.
That's great. That's great. I know that the pandemic has been very tough for every line of business. How did it impact your organization, and what challenges did it intensify in terms of customer demands?
The worst part of the pandemic in March of 2020 was before I came on, but from what I've heard, it was definitely a few weeks there of high uncertainty and just a lot of unknowns. We, as a cornerstone of our business, focus on our relationship management with our customers so that if they need a little flexibility, we can provide it. If we need a little flexibility, they can provide it. So we're in constant contact with our customers and the uncertainty they were experiencing from their end. So we're the provider of raw materials for the most part to packagers and distributors. So our customers really are the ones working with the retailers. And so they were experiencing uncertainty from the retail side. So it's just this chain of uncertainty that came through. But by having that strong relationship with our customers, we were able to get through that for the most part within a few rough weeks. So after early on in the pandemic, it did not impact our growing operations so much. We've had to be a bit more flexible for our customers and they in return. But the biggest change has been on our internal growing practices, making sure we're following the recommended policies and procedures. So our HR team has done a great job staying on top of that to ensure that our team members are staying at a safe distance and are wearing their masks, and that we have as much access to vaccination sites as possible. So all in all, we got through it, I believe, better than some other industries. But, and this is just something that has been great to see coming to agriculture, that we really have a culture of change management, that we know for certain that things are going to change. So we just have to change with them and do that day in and day out. So that mentality prepared us for the pandemic, which was Definitely a big hit, but I believe thanks to us, thanks to our customers, and thanks to our proactive team members, we were able to get through it without as much hardship as some other industries.
Well, it's really good to hear. I know, very tough all around. But certainly, desperate times do call for desperate measures. Let me ask you something about that technology implementations. For an organization like yours, data-powered insights become a big imperative to anchor growth. How was your journey on the data technology front, and what is the toughest challenge your organization faced along the way?
Yeah, it's been a very interesting journey. So we have a strong culture of R&D, so we're always looking for new technology and new processes to make our company operate better, particularly on the harvest and food safety side. So on the data front, that has been more recent, and we've had to build out a lot of the internal data infrastructure to get us there. So not just a new tool or implement, but actually taking information and making it available and then trying to get the insights from it. So the biggest challenge there really has been that we've had to do two things simultaneously. Not only make the data available, but also prove out how it is useful at the same time. Because we have team members and leaders who are multi-generational and have decades and decades of experience, been doing this since their first job, essentially, as young teenagers. So they have their own ideas, their own internal intuition. So how does this data, how is it useful to them? What insights can they gain from it that they weren't able to do before, that they have not been able to do in their entire career? So really that challenge of going from not only the feasibility, but the strategic value add at the same time really has been the toughest challenge in moving forward on the data side.
You know, that's amazing to know that Duncan Family Farms is on a course to become a data-driven organization. What do you think are the major benefits of having strong data management for your employees, customers, and your stakeholders?
Yeah, so many benefits there. I think first off, just getting a level set of communication. We're all talking about the same products, the same areas, and the same incidents, all at the same level, so that we are able to communicate effectively on what is happening within the organization. And then from there, building upon what conclusions we can draw. Because as mentioned, we have many leaders with these decades of experience. They can both look at the same event and both come to different conclusions on what happened.
Sure.
So I think a major benefit there is just getting that framework in place so that they can communicate more easily upon what happened. And then the data quality side is another big one, so that we can have good information to our team. And the last major benefit is really the distribution of that information. So rather than funneling it up to the top and having it occur days or even weeks after the fact, we can get it distributed broad to many of our team members so that they can interact with that data very quickly and add a level down in the fields. So our supervisors and crew leads who are out literally growing our profits will have the right information for them as fast and as accurately as possible so that we can respond to all these changes in our environment.
Oh, absolutely. That's really fascinating, John. I appreciate you sharing that with me so far. So that really brings me to ask you, what technology initiatives that you think will help Duncan Family Farms stay positioned for new growth opportunities and seamless business continuity?
I think the major technology initiative that is really going to help us stay positioned is to slowly work our way up the data maturity scale, because we can jump right now. We can either hire contractors, purchase tools, build out very in-depth models that would be very predictive and use cutting-edge technology. But if it's not going to be used, if it's not going to be value adding, if it's not going to help our strategic management with their decision making, then it's just going to be a bit of a waste. So our technology initiative that's really going to push us forward at this current moment is going to be the reporting that we're building out with Evoke and our Evoke partners. And that's going to then give us the basis to find the next round of tools, the next evolution that we can do in terms of either bringing in more and unique data sets from, say, IoT devices out in the field, to then building out the type of analytics that would be value adding, such as being able to do scenario planning on which fields we should plant and using which seed variety on those fields. So starting with that basis of a high quality reporting tool that is baked into our culture that everyone is using, and then building upon there. That's going to be the biggest growth opportunity for us in the long run.
Nice. So data insights accelerate business success and improve decision making. What's your thoughts on this notion, John? What types of analytics data do your customers look for?
I definitely in support of that statement that the data insights are key, and especially for us, again, we have that culture of change management, and we are looking at making very significant strategic decisions 30 to 90 days out from planting. So we have to be getting those data insights to accelerate our decision making. So that is key to our company, and we have to use our data technology effectively and value adding to get us to that point. So with our customers, our customers understand that we are always trying to be at the forefront and have a high degree of pride in the quality of product that we deliver and the quality of our internal processes. So I think our customers will always appreciate and understand that we're looking to gain insights from our data initiatives, and that even if they are not receiving the reports directly, they'll be indirectly confident that we are going to take advantage of all the insights that we can.
That's fantastic. Thanks again for sharing that. One last thing, John. How does the future of organic farming look like?
It's a very interesting time. So we have cutting edge tools that are potentially available, from field scouting with drones to robots that literally shoot lasers to kill weeds and distract birds. So we have that at the foreground and the cutting edge side of organic farming. And then we also have farmers who've been doing this for decades and decades and use pen and paper exclusively for their planning and their analytics. So in the next 5 to 10 years, I'm guessing it's going to coincide with a bit of a generational change. We're going to see much more of a convergence of farmers who will be looking for these technology solutions to drive their decision making. And I feel very lucky to be here at Duncan Family Farms, where we've had that mentality and have been looking to be at the forefront of that and to build that capability within the company as much as possible. So it's going to be interesting. Maybe we'll eventually shoot lasers at birds, but
Oh, that's great, John. Well, I've got a couple other real fast questions for you. I just kind of shoot from the hip, and we'll take it from there. What is your favorite book?
Oh, goodness. The little bit of time we get to read. Probably the last great book I read was High Output Management.
Nice. What would be your next holiday destination?
I think going to the Caribbean on a cruise. So try to get away and out to the ocean.
I hear that. So, and if you were to play a musical instrument, which one would you choose?
Probably the tenor saxophone. Played that for many years, and got it out a couple years ago, and it was rather embarrassing.
Well, I appreciate you sharing those. So I really appreciate having this conversation with you today, John. So many insights and many real world lessons that I learned today. John, your views on analytics and data management will help our listeners in their technology implementation journeys. Thank you again for coming onto the show today.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, thank you, Nelson.
Who we are. We are Evoke Technologies with 2 decades of experience in executing effective digital solutions. Evoke brings modernization to enterprise applications, cloud, analytics, testing, and automation. We have become the preferred technology partner for many enterprises throughout our unwavering project delivery. If you have any questions, do write to us, and we would be happy to answer them. Subscribe to the show to never miss our insight-rich technology episodes. Thank you very much for tuning in to Evoke Tech Talks.